Hi everyone, welcome to Tammy Talks. And I didn't put up a video last week, and I'm probably going to put this one up sometime this week. But it's going to be very sporadic through February because I am dealing with the loss of my mom, who was 96, and of course it was expected. But when you have a parent in hospice for the last month of their life and a pandemic so that you didn't get to see them very much during the course of a year, when you used to talk to them every day when you were raising your children and they were your best friend, it's an adjustment, more of an adjustment than I thought it would be. But one thing that's helping me get through it is my faith in God and my connection to spirit and through the Holy Spirit. I think I've mentioned before that I believe in the Holy Trinity, but I've always had psychic experiences my whole life, and have been sensitive and an empath in terms of when other people are ill and so on. And yes, I knew I woke up just before the call came to tell me my mom had passed, so that I knew, and I had had this wonderful dream kind of sequence where I really think I was journeying between both worlds and saying goodbye to my mom on some plane, but that would have been too painful to completely remember probably. And but I knew when the phone rang a few minutes later that it was the call to tell me my mom had passed. Granted, I knew she had had a pretty major stroke the evening before, but definitely, and my mother had passed when I was having that wonderful, calm, peaceful dream in her sleep. So I had never had anything quite like that, but I have had different experiences my whole life. And that led me to find Sage Goddess a few years ago, because where I would feel someone's illness when I was a child, it gave me a reprieve during the time that my child-rearing years, let's just say. And that's simply because you have to concentrate on it. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't hear spirit and stuff when my father passed. There was a time when I could hear his voice, and if I listen real carefully, I can hear people. It's not like hearing from your ears. I hear from my mind's eye. It's like there's a connection from right here, and I'm touching the area that I feel open up. And it's something I don't talk about a whole lot. I mean, people would think you were kind of a little crazy if you did. But I am now, so maybe I'm a little crazy, and some of you might be thinking that. But anyway, a few years ago, I started having the physical symptoms of people that were ill, and I felt that energy, I should be praying and using that energy to heal people, and I have been doing that since, and I got some guidance in sort of how to do that safely for myself, but ironically, it made me closer to my faith and to my Christian faith. And all of that actually helped heal me a little with my Meniere's so that I can function now and take care of my grandson. I do still have some times where it's a problem. This week, I was having a lot of that because I'm probably very worn out and very, it's been stressful. Let's just say I'm stressed out, and I've been having anxiety attacks and stuff like that, which is why I'm not doing too many things in production. But this week, I received a lot of different things I had ordered, kind of the spirit moving me to do that during December, just simply different items. And I have 3 big boxes here I've not opened that arrived yesterday. I had smaller packages this week, similar to this, that arrived. And one of them, I just loved the energy from this particular item that I ordered. And they were some of the things that I ordered. Actually, no. I wore this yesterday, and it would go with what I'm wearing right now. And I think I'm going to put it on, actually. What I have on is that Cuddle Duds outfit, or a shirt that, and I'm bringing out more of the blues. This I received from my mom for my birthday. And no, I think that was for Christmas. Anyway, my birthday's the day after Christmas, so it's like, I'm never, it's kind of all messed together there a little bit, so of course I will never receive anything from my mom again. But I received a ring that was made of bricksite, and I'll post that right here. Actually, this is bronzite, not a bricksite ring, a bronzite ring. Anyway, that ring arrived the day my mom died, and it was going to be my Valentine present from her. So essentially, it arrived and was the last gift from my mom. And I put that on when I'm feeling particularly irritable, stressed, whatever, in the throes of grief, and it has been helping me. I also received this week this tool, which is also bronzite, and bronzite is really good for when you are going through grief. It's my tool for Soul Shift Crystal Masters this month. The Crystal Masters program you can take besides, you get that along with Soul Shift, but you can buy it, the class, and it's a less expensive class to just learn about gems and minerals, or the crystal metaphysical properties of gems and semi-precious stones, rocks and minerals, or in the metaphysical world they like to say crystals. So, but this is bronzite, and it's really ironic that that was the tool picked for this month when my mother passed. And it's the anniversary of my grandmother that I was very close to death this past week, and the anniversary of my uncle who passed 2 years to the day before. I actually thought my mother was going to probably pass on the 14th, so it was a little surprised that she passed on the 2nd, because we have had 2 people pass on the 14th in our family at exactly 3 p.m. And my mother passed in that same hour, but a.m. on the 2nd. So that was kind of interesting. And it was exactly a week after my birthday, and the day before my daughter-in-law's birthday. And last summer, my cousin's husband and my mother and dad used to play cards with my cousin and her husband. It was her husband's birthday, or would have been, but he died last summer in July. My mother's birthday was in July, and so on. So my mother died on his birthday. My dog Mazda is in here, and she just found something on the floor. Hopefully my box isn't breakable, but Mazda's visiting. It's a Saturday. Anyway, so I have that from my tools, and that arrived this past week too, I think, or in the last week or two. This is part of the Alchemist Crystal Masters program. It was something free that we could, well, that came with having Soul Shift this year, that you could order last month, and I did, and I just love it. I can't wait to put it on a chain. It has really good energy. Sometimes I don't like these things, and because it was free, I thought, oh, it's gonna look kind of chintzy, but it doesn't. It looks, you know, like it's real jewelry. It's really, really nice. You know, you'd pay quite a bit. You'd pay at least $20 in the store for that. I'm just saying minimum. The crystal is really neat. I could meditate with this. I mean, it's just, and that I think is the part of it. Now, someone did have, you know, accidents happen, and they didn't like the quality of their crystal, or it was arrived a little scratched or cracked. Mine has inclusions in it. You want that in a quartz crystal because it tells you it's real, for one. And also, those are neat things that you can meditate on. So I'm just loving this. It's got a nice smooth finish. It has that symbol on it. And I just love it. Okay, so that arrived. But now, let's see. I'm going to go and get... I had them closer so I didn't have to get up to do this. But unfortunately, puppies have a different thought process. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to get that here for you. You know, in anything, you get trolls or something. In the last Soul Shift Sage Goddess materials that I unboxed, I had something because my grandson was in the background, and somebody was saying things that were inappropriate about my grandson, that like I should pick him up, and we're trying to cause trouble for me. And the name was somebody that there had been some issues with them with Sage Goddess in December, and I think it was some kind of trolling type thing. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this video. I took all of my other Sage Goddess unboxings down, but I decided I might do this one, and I may do others because we're on the alchemy journey, which is transformation. And I really believe that every year you should be trying to grow spiritually. You shouldn't be the same person from beginning to the end of the year. I think every year of my life I've grown to some degree. And I'm glad I signed up for it this year, because with everything going on and mourning the loss of my mom, whom I said was at one time my very best friend, definitely my best girlfriend, probably of all time, next to my daughter. You know, I'm going to be missing her a lot. So, you know, anyway. So let's see what I have here. I'm going to put my glasses on because I cannot see. And I'm going to the first thing I see here, and unfortunately you're going to see me reach a little bit. It looks like a blue apatite bracelet. It's very pretty. I don't know, there's something clear quartz in here, so it says clear quartz. Oh, this is very pretty. I don't know if it's going to fit because I've got such thick wrists, but you know me, I can remake anything. But it's going to fit for now, anyway. And I can, and it has a symbol. I want to say it's a Buddhist symbol, but anyway, I don't know if you can see it. I want to say Lakshmi or something like that, but it might be a Hindu symbol. And it's agate, blue agate, authentic agate, dyed blue agate for a layer of color magic. It's calming and centering stone that activates the throat chakra, assisting you in choosing wise words with a clear mind and speaking your truth. Blue agate also enhances intuition and psychic ability. And I can't remember if that was the free thing that day or something I ordered, but it's a little surprise. Okay, then I obviously ordered some kind of jewelry here. And let's see what we have here. Oh, this was the metronome. Metrodon cube. Okay, ordered that, which again has that same symbol for our transformation. But there's a Metrodon. And there's a Merkaba in there. There you go. So I have that. Yeah, let's put this necklace on if I can. Why not? Because it's stuck right now. I'm going to not put it on. I sometimes fix these a little bit, put a different ring in, and because you know I'm a jewelry maker, and or this one might be one I put a magnetic clasp on. So I probably do that. Anyway, sorry about my glasses, but they're going to have to be there for right now. Then I have some Crystal Masters stickers for 2021. I'm pretty sure these are some of our tools. You often get, and this is Sacra perfume. I don't think I've ever had that one, so I'm hoping I'll get another few samples, and I put those in those little bottles. I think I've showed you those. If not, maybe I'll make another video. I'll check my videos. And I think this is some additional tools. I want to say these are tools, I believe, for in bulk. So I have my in bulk tools. There's incense, Phoenix incense, and 2 candles. I'm pretty sure this is for in bulk. So, and then there's some stones. So, and there is the Phoenix probably perfume. Let's see. Yeah. It's Phoenix Fire perfume. So, my in bulk tools. And I will maybe show you those nearer to in bulk, which is when we're halfway between winter and spring. So, and that's coming up February 2nd-ish, usually. So, otherwise known for many of us as Groundhog's Day. Okay? All right, let's see what's in this huge box that I have. And those were not all in bulk too. It's just the tools. They were things that I ordered with it. Small little things that appealed to me. And I'm being more selective on what tools I'm going to buy. I probably won't necessarily. I'll stay subscribed to the Crystal Masters, but I'm probably not going to subscribe all the time to the Soul Shift tools, because I kind of like to pick things that I'm really going to connect to. However, you get a chance to see what the tools are going to be, and that's really nifty because then you can decide. I save these little ribbons that come on things for making wands and other crafts. So I am saving these, and I'll be putting these with my crafting things. And what this is, now, I know I say I'm a Christian, and I am, but Wiccans will use things like this. And if you know anything about Sage Goddess, she believes in the Holy Trinity and Jesus and God. And so she's, you know, her family practices Judaism, but she comes from a Catholic background, but she also was into witchcraft when she was younger, but she couldn't take a final step into witchcraft because of her connection to the Holy Trinity. So that's why I like Athena, and it was just like the right place for me, and it brought me back to my connection to my church, because I was a little lost after I lost my career. It was a difficult time for me. I don't want to talk about that in this video. I will probably in a book soon. Maybe. I hope so. I always think I'm going to write a book, but maybe I'll talk about it in a specific video sometime, but not right now. Anyway, so what we'll be doing, it's the Wheel of the Year, and because my family was a family of farmers, we're very connected to the earth. And so I kind of am really cool with kind of recognizing where we are in the Wheel of the Year. So Imbolc is like February 2nd, like I said, around Groundhog's Day. And then Ostera, which is always near Easter. And that's why pagans will have eggs in their thing, and we have Easter eggs in our tradition. It's that rebirth idea. Beltane is May 1st. Litha is June 20th. That is the summer solstice. And then Lammas is halfway, like Imbolc is between winter and spring. Lammas is halfway between Mabon and Litha. And of course, this is in this hemisphere. The northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they're opposite. So right now, they're heading into, think about this. They're heading into Lammas, okay, where we're heading into Imbolc. All right, and then we have Mabon in September, which is, like the first harvest is Lammas, the second harvest is Mabon, and the last harvest is Samhain, which is October 31st, Halloween, near All Saints Day in the Catholic tradition and Christian tradition. And then, of course, December 21st is the winter solstice, and that's Yule. And if you look here, June is here. So, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Okay. All right. So I got this little mat for meditations on those days. And all right. Then the next thing that I purchased, because I'm making perfumes here, and I have so many perfumes here, and sometimes I'm purchasing them, and sometimes I travel with them back and forth. I purchased this little bag, and inside the bag, you can put perfumes. Now, some people had a surprise and had some perfumes selected for them. I did not, which I'm happy that I did not, because I did not want to win the giveaway that day. Somebody else did, and that is really cool. I'm glad I just have an empty bag. That's what I wanted, to put some more of my oils in, so I can put them away. And, when I have live with my husband in my own home again, I will probably use that to put, because I truly I'm starting to have oils that I use at winter and oils that I use in the summer. So, or spring, summer, fall, winter. So it'll be nice to be able to put those away in a nice place for that. Or for traveling, I'll get lots of use out of a bag like that. So, and I have to also mention that I also, again, Sacra. So I'm going to have a whole thing of Sacra pretty soon. A little tiny mini roller of it that I'll be able to put together probably. All right, I have one final box today. And here it is. Not as big as the other one was. I'm going to put my glasses on again so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, for safety and for sight. And I apologize that the light isn't perfect. I don't have a space to keep the nice lighting that I have at home. And at home, I didn't even use it because my house has, the current home we live in, has so much extra light that it just wasn't possible to do. So, oh, I'm so glad I got this because I was like seeing that the other day and I was like, oh, I want this. And I, you know, and then I would have had two, so that would have been good. So, but I was going to check before I ordered anything. But anyway, I have Rudolph perfume, which I ordered this at Christmas time, so. And it smells Christmassy. And I will still wear it a little bit, but then I'll save it for Christmas next year. So that's kind of fun. And then I have some more Sakura, which I'm excited about because now I have 3, and that will fill a little mini bottle almost. And there's the Crystal Masters that is a little less expensive and meets just a couple times a month. I think it's just once, but there might be some extra bonus things. There's always a Facebook group too that you can belong to, and here is the Soul Shift. So, and if you belong to Soul Shift, you also belong to Crystal Masters. But if you want tools, you have to buy those separately. You can work without tools too. So, anyway, this is something that is connected to my last year's Soul Shift and all the symbols that we learned last year. These are Reiki 4 symbols. And anyway, and you can buy that online class that I took last year, and you'll understand what these symbols mean. And this is a little grid, crystal grid that I can use. But anyway, I just like it, just even for the art. I might just hang it on a wall, possibly, and do something in the back and do that, because it's really nice. Or, you know, I can have it hanging on a wall and then take it down. So, I bought that as a decorative. And, yeah, so I'm probably going to lean it up against the back of my desk for now, and I'll try to figure something out so I can hook it. But yet, you know, it would have to have a little tiny, I'll probably have to glue something, and then, yeah. So I'll figure something out for that. But yes, it's beautiful, and I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'll be hanging this somewhere at some point in time. But anyway, there it is. So, as I was putting some things away, I found, or actually breaking up my boxes, I found I had this little thing, which is a chakra pendulum that was part of a giveaway. And I don't want to mess with that right now, but anyway, so I got that. Anyway, sometimes when you purchase things, she has a free giveaway just about every day lately. So a lot of times I get, I don't order in time to get the free giveaways. So I did get the 2 free giveaways, that bracelet and that, I believe, in these orders. Sometimes I have gotten a really pretty quartz crystal. So I always like what I end up getting. So one time I got a necklace that I ended up giving as part of a birthday present for my daughter. It wasn't exactly what I ordered, but it was so pretty that I could gift it. And so, yeah, so it was neat. So she got a little extra with whatever she got. It wasn't the only birthday present, but, you know, okay. And this is neat because it's made of wood, or some of the others you would have to, you could paste them on something. Anyway, so this was, oh, wait a minute. Got one other thing. I have a little package something here. It feels like it's a candle, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. I almost forgot. And it is. Okay, this is, I don't know if you can see it through it. It's the 3 Kings candle. So this is something you would use, burn on Epiphany, and or at Christmas and Epiphany. And so I'm going to save this for next year. So this is kind of something that I bought to have for next year. So you just saw some Christmas things that I'm going to have for next year as I celebrate that portion of the year. And I want to keep that. I don't want to undo this because it's nicely packed, and I'm actually in the process of putting things away for the fall and Yuletide time. So that's kind of why I was doing this. So it worked out real well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. And, you know, if you want to know when I'm putting up a video, you can put a little bell, you know, check that little bell thing. Like I said, I'm not going to be putting videos up as regularly this month, maybe even not in February either. It just depends on how things roll out. Just in general, I'm not going to even commit to anything this year because I have a grandson who is going to be, well, 7 months old in the beginning of next month, but he's 6 months old now, and so he's getting ready to crawl, and my life is ready to change dramatically once that he gets on the move. So, yeah, we'll see how much energy I have to do some of these things, but I have goals. Hopefully I'll meet some of them, and my content should change. I won't have as many unboxings. I will for a while because I do have a few fashion things that I had in mind. I'll probably always have some jewelry things. I may do more Sage Goddess unboxings. Those seem to be actually kind of popular. So I will be doing some of those. And, you know, so we'll see you soon.